The sequel to a successful moose hunt involves a series of activities leading to the tanning of the hide and the eventual production of leather goods. The process of tanning comprises several stages, beginning with preparations of the skin for cleaning. For Christine Nosquier and other women in the settlement, summer is a time when many hours are spent working on the hides. Generally, it takes 2 weeks to process a hide properly, which means it must pass through 7 basic stages before it becomes serviceable as leather. The initial steps are most difficult from the standpoint of manual labor. When the hide is secured to the frame or stretcher, it is ready for fleshing, which consists of removing the fatty substance from the inner part of the skin by means of a bone tool. The tool is made from the metatarsal or lower hind leg of the moose. A cutting edge is produced at one end of the bone at a 45-degree angle to form a chisel-like point. The edge is then serrated or notched to render it more effective. Fleshing will occupy Melanie Houle and her daughter Marie-Louise for most of the day. The following day, the other side is worked. To remove the coarse hair, a metal-bladed tool referred to as an adze is used. The need to clean the skin soon after the moose, inasmuch as both demand prompt attention, women are confronted by an exceedingly busy work schedule at this time. But once these chores are out of the way, progress on the hide varies, according to the demands for leather and the amount of other work around the house. The Indian has capitalized on the resources of the natural environment in many different ways. One of the most interesting examples is the use of moose brain in tanning. Long ago, native people discovered that a rawhide treated with a solution of brain, fat, and water would swell and become softer. This process proved ideal as a method of readying the hide for smoking. The mixture is prepared by boiling the ingredients for about 20 minutes, or until a paste is formed. It is cooled, then applied to the hide. The hide is later folded into a small bundle and left in that condition for 3 to 4 days. When the hide is unfolded, it is placed on the drying rack for about half a day. This is the first smoking. Following this, the skin is soaked for about 36 hours. First in warm water, then cold. An hour or so before it is removed from the water, the hide is pulled, squeezed, and twisted to enhance its suppleness. The next problem is to remove a maximum amount of water from the skin. This is accomplished by wringing it out on a tree stump or crossbar somewhere near the house. The job most certainly calls for 2 people. The 6th step involves a combination of drying and stretching. Again, 2 individuals are essential for this activity. To ensure that the hide dries slowly and uniformly, it is waved over a fire of low intensity. This is the only occasion an open flame is used in connection with tanning. As the moisture begins to leave the hide, it has to be stretched at regular intervals so that shrinkage is kept at a minimum. The procedures at this stage are most critical. If carried out skillfully, the hide is rendered to a consistent thickness. It is mainly on this quality that a woman's work is judged. A light scraping usually follows to eliminate any rough areas. The final smoking is a day-long process that requires close supervision to see that the smoke is abundant and no flame appears. Because a large amount of smoke is necessary, specially selected dry rot is used. Smoking in this manner preserves the hide so that it is protected against insects and vermin. Tanning of the hide comes to an end when it turns a characteristic yellow color. It's then leather. Leather has many applications, including the creation of jackets, gloves, rifle cases, and dog harnesses. However, the greatest demand for leather is for use in making moccasins. Not even a good pair of moccasins can withstand much more than 5 months of wear under conditions imposed by brush, muskeg, mud, or snow. And children's footwear is replaced even more frequently. A pair of moccasins can be made within a couple of hours, but if they are to be adorned with beads or embroidery, it will take an extra 2 or 3 days, depending on detail. If beads are not available at the local store, moccasins will be embroidered. But generally speaking, beads are preferred for decoration.
Tamam.